Adventures.
Greetings, all. Chuke here from Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Well, spring is approaching in Alaska, so we've got spring bear hunting, we've got hiking, fishing, lots of chances to run into bears. So I'm back into my bear defense series, and I'm going to talk about the 4 top bear defense pistols, both in platform and caliber. Now, people always get it mixed up. I think pistols are the #1 choice for bear defense. No, this is what you want. You want a 12 gauge shotgun. I actually am going to put a stock on this. I prefer that over the pistol grip. You want a 12 gauge shotgun with slugs, or a 45-70. I prefer a 12 gauge shotgun for close-up bear protection. But let's just go through the pistols that I suggest, and you guys sound off in the comments what you think. Now, all of these I have chest holsters for, except for one. Now, chest holsters, I like the Kydex ones. There's a few brands that I'll talk about, but this is the just-in-case chest holster for my Tolat, which I'm going to introduce as #4. But years ago, me and my friends started carrying these like around 2012 because guides were using them, because you can cross rivers, you can grab it quickly, and if you fall back, it's sometimes easier to grab and draw from the chest versus the hip. But if you're like into quick draw or something, just stick with the hip. So that brings us to #4 on my list, and that is the Ruger Tolat, chambered in .454 Casull. It's a hard-hitting round. Now, you may ask, Chuke, why didn't you pick Smith & Wesson 500 or the 460? Well, those are great, and I've had a 500. I won a 460. This just doesn't have punishing recoil like that 460 I tried. 500 wasn't bad, but this is more power than a 44 Magnum, and the recoil is not bad, especially in the Tolat. They named this after a river in Alaska, and I like to carry buffalo bore, hard-hitting, got 325 grain hard cast. It's going 1,525 with a total of 1,678 foot-pounds of energy. Just devastating. This is the most powerful out of all 4. The only reason why I put it as 4 is, I can typically get 1, maybe 2 shots off at a charging target. It's a little harder with revolvers, but sometimes if I know I'm going to just be dropped off in the middle of nowhere by myself, I will stick with this just because it's tried and true. It's not going to have as many problems as you could run into with a semi-auto. So I agonize about it. I go back and forth. #3, and this may surprise some of you, this is my HK USP 45. And you may say, why are you using a 45 ACP in bear defense? I think the 45 ACP is okay, and it has been known to take down even charging bears. However, since this is a HK, with really tough internals and a Cannon steel barrel, I'm shooting 45 Super out of it. This is Underwood hard cast, 255 grain flat nose. That's going 1075. That's a 255 grain projectile. Chuck and I have several videos, multiple videos, where we compare 45 Super to 10 millimeter. Sometimes 45 Super's on top, sometimes 10 millimeters on top. Very similar to 10 millimeter in terms of power, but it makes a bigger hole. If this ammo was widely available just all over the shelves in Alaska, like 10 millimeter was, this would be closer to the top. I would choose this over 10 millimeter. Absolutely, because I think HK, a hammer-fired platform, is more reliable and durable in my mind, and I like 45 Super. Unfortunately, 45 Super is difficult to find. We've been reloading to get it, so it's been very difficult to find, so I have to put that at #3. #2 is going to be your 10 millimeter. Now, I go back and forth. I have the FN 510 Tactical, I kind of consider the best. A tried and true Glock 20. Tons of people have been asking me, which Glock 20 should I get? I think the Gen 5 is fine. This is the Gen 5. I have a Siley optic on here, but the Gen 4, at least in my own personal experience, has been more reliable than the Gen 5. The Gen 5 has better ergos, and when I initially got this, I had some problems with it. I don't know if it was a break-in period or what, but now it's running perfectly. So a good old Glock 20, and really, I've been just sticking with the XDM. This is the XDM 4.5 inch. It actually holds 16+1. rounds of 10 millimeter, and it's just got one of the best triggers I've ever felt on a 10 millimeter. It's like a 3.5 pound trigger, just amazing, crazy reset. I shoot this better than the Glock, and it's just as reliable. So a lot of times I've been telling people just to get an XDM. They're super affordable, and it's really hard to beat. You know, you can talk about the company, but the firearm itself is pretty amazing. So a lot of people in Alaska have kind of switched to this platform, the XDM. The number one pistol platform I suggest, and that is the 460 Roland. This is the FNX 45, but it has been modified with the 460 Roland from their shop, barrel with the compensator, and it's got tough 460 Roland springs, and I'm shooting 460 Roland Buffalo Bore hardcast out of this thing, and I'm getting the low end of 44 Magnum power, not the high end. 44 Magnum power is way up there, but some of the low end stuff, you know, semi-auto, I'm getting 12, 13 plus 1 rounds in these magazines, and it's just amazing. The recoil isn't even that bad out of a semi-auto with the comp on here, and just amazing. And I'll have a video up next Saturday showing that Buffalo Bore ammo. But this is just the top platform as far as I'm concerned, just because you're getting such crazy revolver power out of semi-auto. So that is my number one. Let me know what you guys think. And I like having an optic. I like having a light, especially for outdoors. I've always told the story how I could have had 2 bears on my trip because this big black bear was just harassing me, and I didn't sleep for 24 hours. It destroyed my cooler, ate all my food. I was on a drop-off hunt out in the middle of nowhere in Unit 16B, where there's nothing but all these starving bears that are eating each other, and this bear focused on me. I would shoot at it, kept coming back. Anyways, it kind of charged me. I came around in the dark and I couldn't see anything, but I heard it growling and slapping the gravel with its claws, and I just unloaded with my 44 Magnum. I had the Ruger Alaskan at the time. Great revolver. That should be on this list. However, I had no light, and so I couldn't see anything. This thing, if I came around that corner and I turned this light on, I would just light it up, and you know, from 10 feet away, I just would have blown a bunch of holes in that black bear. So that's why I believe in the lights. I also like the optics if you want to shoot a little farther out. But let me know what you guys think. I will have a dedicated video on this FNX 460 Roland up tomorrow morning. I appreciate you guys. Please become a patron, buy a Chuke hoodie, and I'll see you guys next time.
My name is Chuke. I like to trade my guns just for fun, but now I have none. Oh, look, get shot by a bear, but I don't care. I got a 10 millimeter. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Watch you go outside every time.